Today we celebrate Father's Day, and Father's Day is the Hero's Day. The theme I have on our Father's Day is a father of legacy, or a father who has a legacy. Almost any man can make a woman conceive, but it takes special men to deserve the name of a father, the name of a daddy. Fathers are not mere males, but these are men who accept the responsibilities that come with being called a father, with being called a daddy. The term father is sometimes used more broadly to describe all those men who are important in the life of a child. Talk of our biological fathers, the stepfathers, grandfathers, uncles, brothers, godfathers, priests like me, friends and mentors. So we celebrate today all those who have been there for us as fathers in our lifetime. Since I said our theme is a father of legacy, when we talk about legacy, we mean an inheritance that's left behind by a predecessor or an ancestor. The word legacy, I think, must excite all those who are called fathers, because any father must see legacy as an opportunity to pass on greatness and give his kids or his children something worth of application in their lives. Legacy also can be an opportunity for calamity if one should pass down things to the kids that could destroy them or harm them. The Bible in Proverbs chapter 13 verse 12, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. When we think of an inheritance, our minds automatically envision money. But I want to tell you that a good father gives an inheritance far more valuable than money. So what matters is not what you leave behind for your child, but what you leave in them, what lives in them and with them forever because of you. That's true legacy. Almost every powerful man or woman you admire, lame men, powerful men, great men, unique men who decided to take a responsibility, and they deserved to be called fathers in our lives. The great men who refused to give up on their families and decided to live a life that counts. Men who decided not to count seconds, not to count minutes, not to count hours, not to count days, weeks, months, or years, but created memories in the lives of their children. Men who didn't just exist, but lived. Men who are not just durable like items, but donated their lives as a gift to their kids, as a gift to their families. Men who are worthy of a celebration. To many of us, including myself, our fathers are the reason why we are the men and the women the world admires today. I can't imagine, and I could never imagine, how our home and our family life would be without my dad. My dad is called Mr. Augustine Katerega. I could not imagine how our life in the home would be without him. He was our Alpha and Omega so many times, our superpower. Every time we saw him coming back home on Friday, we were happy to see our dad, to welcome him back from work. So I don't know whether, if he was not there, whether we would have gone to school, whether we could have grown. I have so many questions. So to all orphans out there, all the widows and single mothers, I can imagine indeed a life so hard to understand. Without a father, without a man, without a voice that's matriculate in your family, in your home. To all of us who feel a sense of destiny and an intense desire to honor that man who lived a life of integrity, a life of humility, and a love for his family and for people. Men full of wisdom, and some with little academic education, but had their priorities right as regards child upbringing and being there for their families. Men who deeply loved us and showed it through word and deed. The rocks and the foundations of our families. Devoted husbands, dads, providers, constant presences, men with authority, father figures, our papas, our kasendes, bamusei, great men of honor, resilient and unmatched men. Men who struggled through hustle to take us through the wilderness of poverty and confusion. Men who disciplined us, who defended us, who provided, who were there for us. Indeed, our heroes. Today is their day. To all men of this character, of this personality, of this way, happy Father's Day. Proverbs 20 verse 7 says, the just man walks in his integrity. His children are blessed after him. All those men who walked in integrity, their children feel so blessed. They feel so honored to call them their fathers, to remember them, all the memories of integrity that they instilled in them. You cannot take a day, a week, or a month, or a year without remembering that man, that father. I know no dad like any man. No dad is perfect. But every dad is important, however imperfect they are. To be a godly father is one of the greatest aspirations and the hardest challenges any man will face. On the good days as well as the bad ones, the hard ones, a father can make a powerful difference in the life of a child. In reality, the art of fathering is seldom taught, but best learned through example. I believe many fathers, by the time they have their firstborns, they don't know so much about being fathers. But I think the women, the mothers, groom them into better fathers, into better men. But the impact of father's legacy shapes generations because of the experience they gain over time. Let us honor the importance of fatherhood manifested by our fathers. There is so much truth in the famous statement that a father is a son's first hero and a daughter's first love. The value of a good father can never be counted and is often overlooked. But God doesn't call fathers to be providers. He calls them to be leaders, to be teachers, to be the spiritual foundations of the home. They are to celebrate the mothers of their children often. Every day tell their boys and girls that they love them through action, through word and deed, and work so hard to take care of them almost in everything. They are to be men of character, showing the flaws of any human being, but showing strengths too. The most important thing a father can do for his children is to love their mother. I know to him as a man, she's a wife, she's his woman, but to children, a mother, their mom, their mommy. So the best thing you can do for the children and for yourself is to love that woman in the home, your wife and their mother. On Father's Day, we celebrate you men out there who not only sounded perfect, but you were before us your children, before your wives, despite your failures. Men who inspired us to honor you and to know you and to love you as our dads, as our fathers. Men who have been convincing dads, not confusing fathers. You not only fathered, but you dadded us. You have been there for us as dads, as wonderful men in our families. And you deserve to be called the daddy, to be called the fathers. Of all the gifts a dad can give his kid, maybe the best one of all is a good example to follow. To all our fathers out there, remember, one day your son will follow your example better than your advice. What you do for us, we take it to heart and we try to practice it when we are outside home, when we are in places of work, when we are in the homes and the families we have founded as your children. The second gift, of course, is protection. Sigmund Freud, an Austrian neurologist and the founder of psychoanalysis, one of the great men I enjoyed in the seminary when they were teaching me about him, said, I cannot think of any need in childhood as strong as the need of father's protection. Being a father is the most important role any true man will ever play. And if they don't do this well, almost no other thing they will ever do that really matters. The imprint of a father remains forever on the life of a child. Being a great father is like a bathing. No matter how good you bathe today, you have to do it tomorrow or even very soon after now. A man's worth is measured by how he parents his children, what he gives them, what he keeps away from them, the lessons he teaches, and the lessons he allows them to learn on their own. A dad is his first son's hero, the masculine figure in a home. Former President Bill Clinton once said, "The single biggest social problem in our society may be the growing absence of fathers from their children's homes, because it contributes to so many other social problems." A man called Dr. Ron Killinger discovered that in 1960s, over 80% of our nation's children went to sleep in a home where both the biological mother and the father were present. And says, but today, that number has dropped to less than 25%. And this tantamounts to the so many problems we have today in our families, because a father figure and a father's impact and influence in a home, especially to the boys and even to the girls, is very, very poignant and hard to overlook. There is research that was done, and they discovered that children with the involved dads, with the present dads, are 1, more successful in school, 2, they are more ambitious, 3, they are risk takers, 4, they are less fearful, 5, they are more confident with their identity, 6, they are self-protective and self-reliant, 7, less likely to drop out of school, less susceptible to peer pressure, and lastly, they are less likely to get in trouble with the law. And those children who grow up in homes where the fathers are absent, being a father is a full-time job. They take this job as daddies seriously, to the point that even adults, a father must be who he is, despite the scars, the fears, the pain, the challenges, the tough times. Nothing stops him to see his family thrive and his children succeed. Men who never claim to be perfect but prove to be men their wives and children need. They do whatever they can to convince them that they are the ones who are there. They are the ones who must be there. They are the ones who they need. Men whose leadership, whose faith, whose love shape not only their families, but everyone who crosses their path. Their presence is a steady foundation, and their wisdom continues to guide children. The impact of a father extends far beyond his own lifetime, influencing generations and generations to come. These are men whom the grandchildren will reckon and remember every time they gather, every time they miss them. Scripture reminds us of the weight of fatherhood. Proverbs 20 verse 7, that the righteous who walks in his integrity, blessed are the children after him. That's a big responsibility. Being a godly father means embracing leadership rooted in faith, wisdom, and unwavering love. It means modeling Christ, serving selflessly, and ensuring that legacy is more than material, it's also spiritual. John chapter 15 verse 13. Greater love has no man than this. Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. The best friends to any man in a home are his wife and the children. These are the men who are like Jesus Christ, who are ready to sacrifice their lives for the good of their families. A father leads his family toward God. Nothing is more disturbing than a pagan dad. Nothing is more confusing than growing up into hands of fathers. Nothing is more disturbing than growing up in the hands of a father who doesn't know God, who does not go to church, who does not pray in any religion. It's very confusing. In Joshua chapter 24, Joshua made a bold declaration that as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I think great dads are like a Joshua. Fathers, all fathers, whether young father, whether middle-aged father, whether old, whether an adult, leadership begins with you. Any moment someone conceives for you and you accept responsibility, the vocation starts and leadership starts to guide the woman, to guide the conceived baby through the trimesters of growing in the womb. A father's role is not just providing daily needs, but in leading your family spiritually as well by example. You must remember as our fathers that your children watch how you pray and what you do. They observe how you treat their mother. They hear what you say, but they follow what you do. You may never preach a sermon on stage like me here, but your life is the most powerful sermon your children will ever hear. Everything you do at home is a message. God models what a father's love looks like. Patient, not quick to anger, merciful, even when discipline is needed. Present, not distant. Fathers, when you show love to your children, even when they fall short, you reveal a glimpse of your heavenly Father's grace. A father leaves a godly legacy, as Proverbs 13:22 says, that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. This isn't just about money. The greatest legacy a father can leave is faith. A legacy of prayer, a legacy of integrity, a legacy of commitment to God. This world needs more than successful men. It needs faithful fathers, fathers who love like a Christ, fathers who fight their battles on their knees in a prayer, fathers who declare like a Joshua that as for me and my house and my family, we will serve the Lord. To all fathers listening to me, all fathers watching me right now, in our traditional African society, and even just say, not many years ago, our fathers were rarely home, as they always went out to hustle. Not like today, where actually mothers hustle like fathers. But those of some years ago, they were always feared because they were the sole providers of almost everything in a home. In many instances, their influence is least sung when they grow old, when they can no longer hustle and provide. Actually, we have more lonely fathers in homes than mothers, because we used to spend more time with our mothers than our fathers. So we end up more bonded to our mothers than fathers, and we end up unsinging the legacy of our fathers, when actually they have sacrificed so much for us. To all fathers, Billy Graham once said, a good father is one of the most unsung, unpraised, unnoticed, and yet one of the most valuable assets in our society. One of the most valuable assets we have in any home. So dear fathers, remember, you are not forgotten. You are not ordinary, but you are extraordinary. Remember, you are chosen. You are anointed. You are loved. You are cherished and remembered. You are a key part of God's plan in our home. Dear fathers, I want to ask you, what will your children remember about you? Will they remember a man who only chased money? A man who was rarely home? Or a man who chased God? A man who was not present? Or a man who was present? Convincing or confusing? Violent? What do you think your children will remember about you? A father's legacy must blend instruction, coaching, influence, and inspiration. Every father must leave a lasting mark on his children. You must write your name in their hearts. You must live in a way that's so hard to forget you. I normally tell people, let the success stories of your children begin with you. Let nobody replace you in the hearts of your children. Let you be number one. You must be the number one dad, the number one father. Legacy is not confined in a will or an inheritance. It's far more important and substantial than money. The legacy a dad leaves has to do with the things he passes on to his children, what he gives them in terms of love, support, wisdom, character, and faith. Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 16. They tell you, honor your father and your mother as the Lord your God has commanded you, so that your days may be long and that may go well with you. So honoring your father, you are honored by God. Because once fathers decide to stand for their families, God stands for them. Our fathers are in our homes on mission. They are called. They are living their vocation as fathers. Proverbs 20:20 says, whoever curses his father or mother, his lamp or her lamp will be extinguished in deepest darkness. Maybe some of us, we are suffering because we have issues with our fathers. Do you remember your father? Or you are only remembering nothing? Any father who was there, whatever the shortest time, whatever they did, remember it. To all of us, as I conclude, from our mothers and all of us children who still have fathers who are alive, remember to encourage them. Those of us who are still young and we are seeing our fathers hustle, encourage them through good performance, through humility, through obeying them. Notice the things they do and offer appreciation. Be appreciative. Honor and respect them. Appreciate and celebrate them when you have any chance. Remember them during their old age. Where possible, help to shove their family responsibilities. Pray for them to seek God first, to trust God wholeheartedly because their life is tough, to grow in the love of God, to find strength and courage when hit with life's challenges, to make wise decisions for their families, to be respected by their wives and children, to build strong relationships with their children and experience good health, and above all, to be outstanding fathers. May all our fathers want to pass on life's lessons such as confidence, character, and integrity. Number two, may all our fathers want to pass on lasting positive memories of spending time with their children. Number three, may all our fathers want to pass on family values and traditions. Number four, may all our fathers want their kids to remember how much their dad really loved them. In conclusion, a daddy's legacy means you don't need a lot of money to live a happy life, to be an outstanding father. Money must not be the issue, but time with your family should be above anything materialistic. Compliment your children and mean it. Be a generous man when it comes to affection and compliments. Always be there with a warm smile, a big hug, or a pat on the back when your children need it most. Be there and stand with them when they are living a life of question, when they are in confusion. Always tell your children and your wife how much you love them, especially through word and deed. Talk to strangers in their presence as you prepare your children to go out there and be pro people and live with other people. Be nice to everyone before them. Welcome people into your home. Be a superstar. Be a role model. Be a mentor. Be outstanding. Be unsurpassable. And be a person who enjoys people. Be a man with a father figure. A man of impact. A man who inspires. A man who touches the hearts of your wife and your children. A man who will be remembered even when we are gone. You must live in a way that you won't be forgotten just like that. Dear fathers, may you spend more time with your family. It doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you spare time with them. I conclude by wishing each and everybody happy Father's Day. To my father, Augustine Katerega, to each and every father out there, to all of you who still have existing fathers, remember on this Father's Day, do something for your father. Send them a message and remind them that you love them. Remind them that you are there in Kampala, you are abroad, Remember your fathers, they sacrificed so much, they hustled. So many of us have forgotten them. They are out there suffering. Help them if your father is not there. Happy Father's Day. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord give you wonderful health. May the Lord continue to guide you through life as fathers. May the God of our fathers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, the God of the Mirabilia Day, help you to be the leaders of our families, to continue being outstanding in everything we are looking for in any father. And may you one day deserve the crown of righteousness, the crown of glory. May you deserve the best gift God will ever give to best fathers. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.